Hey guys, you're watching For a Couple of Gays with Chentel and Carrie.
It must be Monday. I didn't hide today.
What?
I didn't hide today and sneak out.
No.
Today.
We actually have had a
very long weekend.
Yeah, very rough weekend. We had an enjoyable part of a weekend, Father's Day with her father and his family, and that was good. But this past Thursday, Carrie's papa passed away. And
we buried him today.
We just came home from the funeral. So we're
a little bit emotional today.
And looking like this, emotional and red eyes and everything, but to be expected.
To be expected.
This week's topic is Father's Day.
Yes.
Our relationship with our fathers, how we came out to our fathers, and how he took it. I'll go first. We'll end on a good note with you. As you all know, about my family and everything. So, my relationship with my father is just like I've said my parents' relationship and with my mother. It's just, conversation about the weather and how are you? Fine. How are things going? What's new? Nothing, because I can't really tell them what's new. So we end up usually just talking about him and my younger sister the whole time. But yeah, so that's my relationship with him. I love him dearly, and he loves me dearly.
I think he does.
Yeah, just not conditional, or what he says.
Conditional. Yeah, it's conditional
on his term. Oh, it's unconditional on his terms.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Okay, and how I came out to him was the same way I came out to my mom, was on the voicemail, because it was to both of them. But I did talk to my mom the whole time. My dad wouldn't really talk to me. He's the one that sent me hateful emails, and he didn't really talk to me. My mom, I guess, had the nerve enough to actually be the one to talk to me. So that's how that came out, and that's how he took it. Not very well, and didn't really speak to me. He just sent me scriptures and how it's wrong and how I'm going to hell and things like that. So that's my story.
Yeah. My dad, I told y'all on the Mother's Day video kind of how that happened, intervention, finally said yes and admitted to it, blah blah. Did not take it well at first. There were, I'm going to say, 2 pretty rough years of my mom telling me he would just go in my old bedroom and cry, and was really upset about the whole thing. But that's been many years ago now, and my dad and I are very best friends, and we spend a lot of time together, and he is probably the most awesome man on the planet.
And I agree.
He is kind-hearted and genuine and loyal and honest and true and Christian, and loves me anyway, and loves Chentel, and we have a really great relationship with my dad. We went over there yesterday and spent all day with him and made him lunch, and
we made him meatloaf, which is her mom's
my
meatloaf.
mom's meatloaf. Yeah.
He requested. Carrie said, "What do you want to eat tomorrow?" And that's what he said.
Yeah,
he said,
and I rattled off a few things, and because I have my mom's recipe box here, and I thought that recipe was in there, and it was not. And so my mom's been gone 7 years next month. We made it from a very sketchy memory, but it ended up being exactly right. So I think there may have been a little divine intervention there. But it was a really great day with him, and then
he got choked up when he told us that's what he wanted to eat, and when he ate it, because it tasted
like my mom's. And we haven't had that meatloaf in
8 years.
I'm going to say probably 9, because the last year she was alive, she was not cooking. So I'm going to say 9 years probably, but it was well worth the wait. It was a good day for us. This week's video is supposed to be about our dads and what our relationship is and how they came out and all of those things. And I'm so sorry that this has happened on the day of our video, so we're not our normal selves today that we would normally be. That being said, I want to talk just a minute about my papa, because he's a dad.
He's your grandfather.
My mama and papa were married for 65 and a half. You good? My mama and papa were married for, it would have been 66 years in September. And they are down-home country people, good, honest, working class folks, you know. But my grandfather, I learned a lot about him today, seeing him through the eyes of people that aren't his grandkids. And I knew he was a good man and a special person. I did not know just how special and amazing he really was until today. And my mom and my two uncles had an amazing father, and I had an amazing grandfather. And I hate that he passed away 2 days before Father's Day, and that we buried him the day after Father's Day. That's enough, Horton. And he is going to be missed tremendously, and he is the example of what a good dad is, and what a good man is. And I wish that everyone on the planet had the opportunity to have family like what I have in my life. I'm so deeply blessed to have the people around me that I have around me. And I do want to say one thing about my Uncle Charles. My Uncle Charles is my mom's older brother. Not by much, but will y'all stop, please?
Yes, her grandfather that passed, Papa, is her mom's dad.
My mom's dad. And my mom's older brother, Uncle Charles, just a little bit older, is a Baptist preacher. And he preached my mother's eulogy, and I could not believe he got through it. And then he preached his mother-in-law's eulogy, and I couldn't believe he got through it. And today he preached his own father's eulogy the day after Father's Day. And I cannot imagine being in that position and having that kind of strength. And so my Uncle Charles doesn't watch these videos, but I just want everyone in the world to know what an amazing family I have, and how beautiful and touching the things he said about his dad today were. If nothing else comes out of this channel, I hope that I can communicate to everybody that's watching, people that are struggling with their families, or struggling with their coming out to them, or being around them, or their family's understanding, or whatever. Know this: I am from the buckle of the Bible Belt, raised Southern Baptist, have many preachers in my family, and an entire Christian-based faith family, and they took it rough, but they're good Christian people, and they love me, and they love Chentel, and we are family to them. And there is always hope, and there is always people like my family in this world that are willing to put their own fears and misunderstandings aside, to let grace take over and show them a way. And I know we have one viewer, and I don't think Peachy minds. But Peachy is also from a Southern family, and it's got Southern roots. And I know some of our viewers, such as her, may be a little concerned about coming out to those people. But know that there is a faith-based community around you that will love you and support you and see you for who you are.
And this is my very first window to see anything like this.
Y'all, give me a break.
That exists, because the family that I came from,
enough. Golly,
there's only just a couple people in it that accept me for who I am. And just to see the love that comes from her family, and the acceptance of me. And
don't misunderstand, they don't celebrate.
No, but they show.
They don't show up and walk in the parade. But
they show me that they love me by
telling her
and hugging me and
asking about her and kissing her.
And first of all, I never even really got that much. I have some aunts that love me no matter what, and that are huggy and stuff. But just I can't even explain to you the love that each member of her family has.
Yeah. Truly blessed.
It's just, I feel
it's almost unreal.
Blessed to even know them. I really, really do. But, so
I wish I could talk to you guys more, but I've had a really rough day today, and a really rough couple of days, so please forgive us for this video and for the somberness that it entails. I fully intended on having a celebratory video this week and a funny video telling you stories about my dad, and I will certainly love to do that. But today has been a very hard day for us, and a very hard few days.
I was lucky enough for 6 years to know him and to see how sweet he was and how
gentle and kind and loving.
Much that every time he'd see me,
eyes would get really
eyes
big.
would get big and excited, and he wanted to hug me every single time and just hold hands.
He's just
one of the sweetest men.
Yep. Anyway, before we get embarrassingly snotty on this video, we'll tell you goodbye for this week, and then perhaps we can post something later in the week on our personal channel that's a little more upbeat. But again, please forgive us for today, and we look forward to talking to you again next week. Okay, guys?
We love you all. And
hope you had wonderful Father's Days with your family, and whether they be your parents or your children, or families of choice and not that of birth. Whatever it may be, we hope you had a wonderful weekend with those people, and know that Chentel and I love you and support you and are here for you. And we will see you again next week, okay? Okay.
Out of the night that covers me, I'm unafraid, I believe. Beyond this place of wrath and tears, beyond the hours that turn to years, I thank